If you're not receiving the manifestations that you want, if you're not attracting your desires into your life, there's probably some really good reasons. I've found 6 that I do in my life very frequently, so don't worry, you're not alone, that will hinder and not allow these manifestations or your desires to come to fruition, at least for some time, until we change what we're doing inside of us. So, if you're interested in law of attraction and you're not manifesting your desires yet, then it might be wise to just keep your ears open for this video. As I began my journey through law of attraction and through the spiritual awakening process, I began to feel really empowered, knowing that I could attract the life of my dreams and that my desires were already there. I could have them. I could have them so long as I adjusted my vibration. What do we mean by vibration? That good feeling inside, you know, that thing, that life pulse that's throbbing through your body. And if you want to increase your vibration or increase the feeling sense of that life pulse that's throbbing through your veins, you're more than welcome to sign up down below for a free breathing practice. We call it in yoga cosmic double breathing. It just works. It's really, really good for making you feel good. Especially, it's a great way to start your day. And of course, as well, if you're going through an awakening process and you have nobody to talk to, down below there's a free community for you. There's about probably nearly 500 members in there now. You're more than welcome to join us down below. And if you wish to sign up for some one-to-one coaching, maybe through the law of attraction, more specifically spiritual awakening stuff, perhaps you've gone through a Kundalini awakening and you don't know what's going on in your life, then down below I can help you out. I've been through the process myself. I had a very wise teacher help me out, and I'm qualified to teach as well, so you're more than welcome to sign up and apply down below. Back to the video. We know, and it's very empowering to know, that through the law of attraction we can have our desires. We just need to alter our vibration and change perhaps our conditioned thoughts. When I say conditioned thoughts, I just mean these thoughts that we're conditioned to believe about ourselves, like I'm not good enough, or like money doesn't grow on trees, implying lack of money, or whatever it is inside of you that you've been grown up to believe about the world. Usually some sort of lack beliefs or lack consciousness inside of yourself. And we all go through this process, don't worry. 95% of humanity goes through it. But when we become conscious enough and our vibration is at a certain point, we are introduced to the law of attraction. We're attracted to it, or we attract it to us. It doesn't really matter. Either way, you're introduced to the idea of law of attraction and that we can attract our desires at will. And that's true, we can attract our desires at will, so long as we're not getting in the way of it. So I found 6 ways that I get in the way of myself a lot, and they're probably the same for you, so I'm just going to dive into them. The first reason why you're not attracting your desires is because you're not practicing receiving the vibration of what you want. What does that mean? Let's say you want love. Well, we have to practice the receiving element of it. Let's say this. A lot of us have a lot of walls up, don't we? A lot of guards that we put up to the world, again, through our conditioning, because we've been hurt before, our heart's been broken, and we don't want to let anybody close enough to hurt us again, or we don't trust the lovely words that somebody speaks, for example, so we put this wall up and block them out and push them away. Well, at least I know I do that. And it's in that we're not practicing receiving love, are we? We're practicing pushing love away, or pushing abundance away, for example, through putting these walls up. It is in the act, and this is so powerful for me, of taking those walls down and learning to receive the love that you are worthy of. Look, maybe you don't have anybody in your life that's willing to give you love at this moment, and that's fine. As you do more work, more yoga, more pranayams, this will change. You'll begin attracting proper, true, deep relationships into your life. And that's guaranteed for you. But if at the moment you don't have that, what you can do is just practice receiving love of your surroundings. Let's think about it. Isn't it lovely that as you go for a walk out in nature, the trees kind of absorb your BS, and we start feeling really, really nice as we feel connected to nature? That's love. Practice receiving that love. Or what if it's abundance? Look at the things that you have around you in your room that you've already manifested. All right, maybe it's not the dream life that you want, but there's things here manifest that you can practice receiving the abundance of. Oh, thank you, life, for my abundance, for this cup of tea or whatever. Cheers. The second thing that we do, I know me especially, but really humans in general, is we don't enjoy the journey. We think that we want this mansion and we want this pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and that's fine, these things are coming, but they come slow, they don't just manifest instantly, do they? And a lot of us are so het up on getting to the end of the journey with these manifested desires and lovely wonderful things, and that's fine, it's okay to desire these and have these things, and you will have them so long as you follow this path and do right by life and by yourself and by others. But we want these goals, right? But to get to these goals there has to be a journey. We're living in a time-space universe. There's time and space, and we need to change ourselves and then change our actions, change our beliefs, then change our actions in accordance with what we want, so that we become Jamie 2.0 or whatever it is, so that we can manifest these goals, and that takes a journey. And if we're not enjoying the journey because we're so, oh God, I just want 50 million pounds or whatever, then we are in fact pushing that 50 million pounds or whatever it is for you further and further away, because we're not then receiving the abundance of the journey. What abundance are we really separate from? I just did my pranayamas a minute ago, and the thought came to me because I was feeling so fizzy, so tight, so nice inside, so strong and firm and clear and beautiful inside. I was thinking, wow, really, Jamie, you're so stupid. What abundance are you separate from? We are the abundance that we're searching for. But of course, we don't see that at the start. And if you don't see that yet, that's fine. You know, that's part of the journey too, I feel. 3, you might be focusing not on what you want, but on what you don't want. For example, I want to win the lottery. I don't really, but you know, let's give this as an example because people think they want to win the lottery. I want to win the lottery. But then you focus, rather than focusing all of your attention on winning the lottery and creating this nice state of being inside, which you can do with the breathing practice down below, it's totally free. Rather than creating this nice state of being inside and focusing on that goal of winning the lottery, we focus on the lack of money that we have. Oh, I think nice things like that don't happen to people like me, is maybe the belief that is distancing us from that goal. This makes sense. This is just the way the law of attraction works. Because we're conditioned to be negative usually, aren't we? This one in the mind, the ego that we say, this negative misery maker in the mind is always focused quite negatively. But in focusing on negativity, there's another point about that. But anyway, on focusing on this negativity, we push those manifestations further and further away. Hope this helps. Number 4, we stay focused way too long on previous negative manifestations. What does that mean? Well, let's say you had a really hard past. Guilty. I think we all have had a really hard past, most of us anyway. And this drives us further and further into the light after a while, after we do the good work, and that's good. It's kind of planned that way. It's like a divine plan. But if we focus so much on these previous negative manifestations, then we bring those negative manifestations into the now, and we're focusing on the negativity of that manifestation, whilst one, they're not necessarily here right now, but also as we do that, we then lose our groundedness in this moment, don't we? We lose that nice feeling, we lose that connectedness to our beingness, this feeling sense, the life force that's throbbing through our bodies in every moment, because we're so toxically, negatively magnetized to past manifestations that are lingering around in our consciousness that we're holding on to for too long. This is another way we tend to push our desires away from us. We push the manifestations further and further away from us. Number 5, and this is so important, I've only started doing this recently because it's so powerful. We push our desires away from us, we aren't attracting them into our life because we start the day off on the wrong foot. If we started our day off, usually we pick up the momentum of the last day, don't we? Oh God, Sally said this about me, and oh, Susan thinks I'm a prat. Fair enough, I am, so they're both right. But, you know, on focusing on those negative things, for example, we then have that negative start, that negative momentum to start us into the day, and then it proliferates, doesn't it? Like a snowball pushing down a hill. It keeps going and going and getting bigger and bigger and bigger until the end of the day we're exhausted, we need a nap. We just need to do some yoga to get out of this negative mindset, you know? What we can do is, as soon as we wake up in the bed, and I've been practicing this because I love my bed and it's super cozy. I've got one of those nice temper mattresses, you know, the ones that squidge around your body. And I've just woken up and I've started on a positive momentum, purposefully. First thought, oh God, I do love my sheets. They're so cozy and lovely. Oh gosh, these pillows. It perfectly rests my head, you know. This temper mattress, oh, it just oozes around my body for my absolute comfort and worthiness. Look how worthy I am. What a great start to my day I'm having with these cozy, nice sheets and this extra 10 minutes that I'm more than happy to enjoy in bed. You know, that we can start like that and watch yourself have an incredible day. And because you're having this positive day, watch positive things happen to you. It just works like that. That's the law of attraction. Finally, we indulge, and I said there was this point, in negativity rather than positivity. Now, yes, we are conditioned to be quite negative. We're conditioned to believe in lack beliefs, in lack consciousness. Oh, I'm not good enough, or money doesn't grow on trees, implying that there's a lack of money in the world, or oh, I shouldn't be selfish and I shouldn't be greedy and I shouldn't take more food than I need, meaning implying there's a lack of food in the world when there isn't. Yes, all right, in some countries, you know, underdeveloped countries, that's, you know, it's definitely true, but I can't tell you that it's not true, because there may well be a lack there. But we're not focused there, we're focused here, and I hope that doesn't sound heartless, but of course we can send money in charity and donations, and I advise we do that, and we do frequently, but we're not focused there. We can't make ourselves happy by focusing on the negativity of others, can we? Or the negative circumstances seemingly that others are put in. It just doesn't work like that. Really comes down to this fundamental aspect of, are you willing to pay the price of happiness? Are you willing to stop focusing on negativity externally and just put all of your eggs in one basket, the basket of making yourself joyful in every moment? So how do we do that? Well, we do the yoga, we do the pranayams, meaning breathing practices, and we do the one-to-one coaching down below. If you want, you know, if you don't have anything, if you don't have any sadhana and you feel a bit stuck, you're more than welcome to. I like to get that one in there. You know, can we focus on positive things rather than negative things? And yes, we can't get there from there. You know, we can't get to positivity from negativity. It's about momentum, isn't it? So when we're in a negative state of being, we can have a look around and see what's positive about our life. Oh, right, I'm alive. And start there by going nice and general, not too focused on the desired outcome that's usually very, very specific and not arising because we're so specific on it. It's not that we can't have the specifics of our desired manifestation, we can, but we have to go general first, because we've got a lot of resistance to the specifics inside of us. So we have to, you know, notice what's here, notice the good things that we can. Look with hope to the future, because you know your desire is going to manifest. You know it. Of course, you're having this desire. Of course it's going to manifest. We just got to stop putting the resistance up, and that's why we do the yoga, the sadhana, the daily spiritual practice, then the pranayamas as we move on through the journey. I really hope this video helps, because this is so true for me and for seemingly very true for everyone. So I hope it helps, and have a good day.